Hello, friends, welcome back to the podcast Summary Show. So, friends, do you want to change your habits? So, friends, do you want to build good habits? Do you want to crack bad habits? And do you want to, learn more things? So, this podcast summary for you. I've taken this podcast summary from Rich Roll podcast, and in this podcast, James Clear was invited by Rich Roll, and it was, I think, best podcast I've ever done. And they talked about what a habit is, how to define a habit, and how habit works. What is the additional chapter that is not included, that's not included in the book, and I will I'll give you the name of that chapter. So let's start this podcast summary, and I'm gonna enjoy this with you, and how can I express in front of you my happiness that I'm summarizing that podcast. So let's start, and before that, subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon. And if you one thing I want to tell you, that is, if I make any mistakes in English, because I'm learning English, you have a choice, and you have a learning. When you listen from me, the concept of that podcast, any concept of them, and that would be, if I guess that wrong, and if you have listened the podcast, and that podcast is really valuable, you should listen, and link in the description. Go and listen whole podcast. You can divide into chapters and then listen. And this is my first effort that I'm putting into it, and I'll get from it, because I have to make my English speaking skills more fluent. So please ignore my English mistakes and focus on my concept, how I deliver my concept. So let's start this podcast summary, and make sure subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon. So let's start. What a habit is? Do you know what a habit is? When we learn something new, when we learn something new, we need to know what we learning. For example, if you want to learn how to build up app, you need to know what a app is, how a app is built, and how it works, what are the scenes behind it, that and you have to know what a habit is, so that you can build it more clearly. So what a habit is, there are a couple of ways to think about it, what a habit is, and James Clear have defined the habit, what a habit is. So I've copied the word of James Clear. The habit is a behavior that is repeated, that has been repeated more and enough time, more or less automatically, like this, and the other one is definition. When we go through our life and we faced different kinds of problems, different kinds of phases in our life, we got a problem. And when we got a problem, our brain start to search for a solution. Then you, for example, you need to tie your shoes, and you don't need to you have to only think interpretation. The habit is the behavior that follows your prediction and your interpretation, and this is what that they talked about in this section. Then they moved on the like how did you get in this, what did you think about it. And so James Clear said that I didn't know the importance of habits. I knew it over the time, that I learned, why I wrote this book, because I want to learn more. I want to learn more by writing. He didn't know anything, then he explored a lot, and then he got into writing. He get he want to write something, and he got into it. And there is a 4 laws how habits works. 4 laws of how habits work is that cue to make it obvious, and craving. Number 2 law, craving make it attractive, and response make it satisfying, make it easy. Response means make it easy. And reward, the 4 laws, reward make it satisfying. And to break them, you can invert this law into like invisible, make it invisible, make it unattractive, make it difficult, and make it unsatisfying. So let's dive in 4 laws. And first law, the cue. It is about make it obvious. If you want to do anything, if you want to learn anything, if you want to build anything, if you want to do anything, you should like if I wanna build a habit to work out every day. So I don't need to I should I don't know. If I want to build a habit like daily workout, so I should make something like I should put in front of me. I should have to have all time with me, like I have a product that I use to work out every day, and I could that should be obvious in front of me every time whenever I want that. And this is a this is a cue, and make it obvious. Everything, if you want to do something, if you want to start something, you should have to have that every time. And the second law is craving, make it attractive. Make it attractive so that you could find it, and make it satisfying. Make it satisfying, make it easy to get into that. To make that, to do that, make it easy to do that, make it easy to do that, so that you can you can find it and you can do it. Easy thing you can do. And the last law says you have to satisfy yourself so that you can do anything, anytime. And you can do anything, satisfy yourself. You have to have a reward after completing your habit. This is the thing. It is like the way it is work. Let's talk about the secret chapter. And the secret chapter is name of the secret chapter is the biology of habits. It is a secret chapter, and you can get it on you can get it at atomichabit.com. You can go and search, and you can read all the thing. And so friends, if you enjoyed my podcast summary, so subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon Till then, take care of you. Goodbye.